As a new Stalker player, here are some things that I've discovered on my own and with a ton of research I've been doing online. I definitely made some mistakes early on that hurt my playthrough, especially with this new patch that came out. So I'm going to be showing you guys my top tips on what you should be doing during your playthrough to help make it, I would say, as least frustrating as possible. One of the first things you're going to need to do with Stalker 2 is explore, and not just beam to wherever the game wants you to go. You're going to be discovering new areas, side missions, and artifacts by exploring. It's definitely beneficial because a big thing that you need to manage in this game is the economy system. Something you could do early on by just exploring is find a safe during that tutorial. It's kind of near the end. What you're going to want to do here is leave all of your stuff that you found inside, finish up that tutorial mission. You'll then wake up and be able to grab it again. It'll start your game off with some powerful early weapons for basically free, especially because finding functioning weapons in this game is a pain. As a new player, I would say treat Stalker 2 like Fallout. You're not running missions for XP, it's more to get new weapons, sell weapons, or find artifacts. The exploration is probably the most rewarding part of this game, and it's really where the fun is. Speaking of Fallout, a big mistake that we all do is pick up way too much shit. I'm guilty of this in every game that I play. You're going to find out fast that Encumbrance is probably the most dangerous thing in this game besides the Bloodsucker mutants. Here are some tricks so that you can save on Encumbrance. What you're going to want to do is unload the guns that are dropped to help save the ammo. What I do is I pick up the gun, and I'll keep it if it's not broken, because early on you're only able to sell functioning guns, not the red guns. So always unload it so that you could take the ammo out. Once you get back to town, you sell all your guns that you don't really care for, especially if you got the duplicates. And what you do here is you store ammo in a box that's usually near the vendor. This is kind of like a universal box that'll follow you around town to town. So whenever you get to town, just make sure you find that. I found that you should also travel light on med packs, bandages, food, and vodka. Early on, I was just hoarding this stuff thinking, things can go wrong. I'm going to need 30 bandages, 40 med packs, and just like 30 bottles of vodka. Honestly, guys, there is no need for this. There's a ton of this stuff everywhere. I mean, it is literally everywhere. Ammo is going to be the most important thing, so break boxes and find that. But picking up vodka, picking up energy drinks, I mean, even just meat, sausages, whatever, it is wasteful. What I did here was whenever I found it, I used it, and I kept just like 20 or so different types of, med packs and bandages just on me as like emergency to use. Another way to conserve bullets is also aiming for the head when it comes to the human opponents. You'll find that you'll use way less bullets here. No brainer, right? You should also carry a shotgun for the mutants because mutants are really just a pain to fight. I don't know. I mean, the way they move, it's just real hard to aim. You're going to waste ammo, and they drop no rewards. There's no XP, nothing you get out of them. So I would also say shout out to the YouTube comments for letting me know that you can cheese the bloodsuckers, which are a pain to kill, by the way, by at least getting on a crate or maybe even just leaving the area. I mean, they've only got like a certain area that they patrol. I'm going to try the whole leave the area thing, but I just want to let you guys know just getting on the high ground is the way to just screw these guys completely over. When it comes to mutants, if you could sneak away, if you could run away, honestly, guys, I would do that. It's not worth losing the ammo, and there's a ton of damage that happens to your guns the more you use them, so just not worth it at all. Again, when it comes to the items, a big tip that I have is keeping bandages on you because you're always going to start bleeding. And the only way to stop bleeding is with bandages. There is a specific med pack that you could use that does that as well. I think it's the army med pack, but again, you don't find this one as often as bandages. So just hold on to some of those. Hold on to a little bit of food. That way, just in case your guy goes hungry, definitely eat that because upset stomachs are actually able to alert people that you're there, especially if you're running stealth. A little bit of vodka is also good for the radiation, but honestly, you don't need a lot. I mean, you'll hear the ticking sound with radiation. And unless you've got, an artifact on that's giving you that, I mean, it's really not worth just like having a ton of vodka on you. I also kept a few energy drinks on me just because I'm a maniac who likes to sprint everywhere. So keep maybe like 3 or 4 of those. Again, guys, a lot of the consumables for some crazy reason are just everywhere. I mean, there's a lot. So at least till this is updated and, hopefully more ammo. Don't really focus on carrying too many consumables. Focus on having ammo. And then also I would say focus on having guns that you could bring back and sell. A cool tip too when it comes to ammo, if you hover over the ammo, the gun will actually highlight for what ammo it's useful for. I mean, if you don't want to just like read and remember the names, just hover over them and just see which ones highlight. What I like to do is I like to store all the ammo in that safety box just in case I find a gun where it is useful. But, no need to carry ammo and just like for guns that you don't have. It's just not worth it. It's just extra encumbrance. Keep ammo for guns that you are using and just store the ones that you're not. Speaking of storage, you can also find suits that can upgrade their carry weight. Not all suits, let you do that. What you do is you go to the guy that lets you upgrade the guns that's in town, and then just hover over. You should find something that'll help you increase your carry weight. I would say don't make a mistake here and accidentally increase the artifact slot. There's an artifact slot. I mean, it's not really worth it. And if there isn't an encumbrance increase on that suit, it just means that that suit's not eligible for it. The first guy in town can't upgrade anything. Do not worry about him. In garbage, you are able to upgrade through him. He's a little smarter than the other guy, but yeah, different guys are able to upgrade different things. So definitely upgrade your carry weight if you can. On top of that, you are able to lighten your carry load. I didn't really do this, guys, honestly, because I'm a weirdo. I think every time I upgrade gear or I try to, like, you know, improve whatever gear I have, I'll eventually just find something better almost right away. So for me, the upgrade of the encumbrance was all I focused on. I didn't really worry about lightening my guns or anything like that, but it is there if you need it. Another big tip I have is the scanner. So artifacts, now that the game has been updated, are actually worth a lot more money. So it's definitely worth traveling with the scanner out. It'll beep when you get near an anomaly, and if you walk into it, it's going to hurt you. But it'll be making a different beep, and it'll actually light up when an artifact is nearby. Follow it. The more that it's beeping and lighting up, the better. Once you get to the point where it's just beeping insanely like crazy, just wait there. I mean, I wasted my time. I was, spinning around trying to find this thing and moving. Just wait. Just look left and right. Eventually, the artifact will pop up. It moves a little bit, so you definitely want to grab it right away. Catch it. Take a look at it. See if it's got any good buffs. Odds are you're going to be selling it because you're going to need every coupon you can find in the wasteland. And honestly, guys, some are more trouble than they're worth, but definitely grab these. I mean, you can get some really good buffs here, and there are some that actually can lower like your encumbrance and things like that. So check them out always. If they're crap, sell them. Another random tip that I discovered is that this game is a survival game, so you're going to have to sleep. Whenever you see a bed, just try and sleep so you don't have to think about this. If you don't sleep for a while, your character will actually start closing their eyes during combat as a debuff, just because they get so tired. I didn't really discover this one yet, but I saw this one online, so just wanted to put this one out there for you guys. Another thing too is that there's a storm that happens, the skies go red, and you'll notice that everyone starts running inside. What you're going to want to do is also do the same thing here, and just wait out this storm. Even try to sleep, do whatever it is you can. That storm will degrade everything that you've got equipped. And if you haven't noticed by now, one of the biggest things that you are fighting besides encumbrance and those bloodsucker mutants is money. You're going to need money for upgrades. You're going to need money for ammo. You're going to need money to fix up whatever gear you've got on. It revolves around everything here. And, you don't want to run around with broken gear, broken guns, because, they'll jam often. So definitely just preserve your gear, preserve your guns. It's very important. So far, I know this is a ton of random tips, but these are just the things that I've discovered playing. So far, I'm having a lot of fun with the game. It is a little bit buggy. I will admit that there are points where I do get frustrated with the glitches that are happening, but I will have a review soon, as soon as I finish this game up. And I would say despite those bugs, I think if you're a survival game fan, if you like figuring things out while you're playing because the game doesn't want to hold your hand, and I think the game is really fun for people like that, especially if you like games like Fallout. I think this is just like a more extreme version of Fallout. So definitely, I would say check this one out if you've got the time for it. Kind of a gaming drought here at the end, but it is on Game Pass. I would definitely just check it out if you have Game Pass. And I do know that I missed a lot of things in this video because I mean, I'm not at the end, guys, and I'm just new to the series. These are just things that I discovered early on. So I would say any expert stalkers, drop a comment, let us all know here any of the survival tips that you guys have discovered. And if you made it this far, thanks again for watching. I'll see you guys on the next video.